Hello, my name is Sean Hughes from the University of Worcester. I'm course leader for the MA in Mentoring and Coaching, and over the past 3 years I've been delivering mentor training to mentors, people that are supporting people on the teacher training qualifications in FE. The purpose of this short video is to really give you a taste of what we've been doing on the mentor training sessions, because we're aware that some mentors haven't been able to make the sessions. Okay, so the outcomes of the session are to first of all explore the concept of mentoring. What do we mean by mentoring? What do we understand by that term? And indeed, what do we understand by coaching? We also will get an opportunity to reflect upon the process of mentoring. You have handbooks to guide you, but the session is really going to focus on the relationship, how to build a relationship with your mentee, and how to work through that relationship and that process. And hopefully through doing that, the other outcome really is to improve your mentoring skills. What are the mentoring skills that you need? How good are you already as a mentor? And what you can do to improve those skills. We'll also have an opportunity, or certainly people on the course will have an opportunity, to share good practice and to discuss some of the issues that have arisen as they've supported their mentees. And finally, the aim of this course is to sort of identify things for future training and areas that you want to develop as a mentor in your own practice. And kind of underpinning the programme really is this quote which I've taken from the Partnership Handbook, and if I just read it, it says, although being a good teacher is usually a condition of being a good mentor, it cannot be assumed that a good teacher will automatically be a good mentor. Mentoring skills need to be learned, explored, discussed, and most of all practiced and reflected upon. So you've been chosen to be a mentor because you're a good teacher and because you have some experience in your subject. But the whole purpose of this training is to increase that skill level to include mentoring skills. So just being a good teacher doesn't mean you're going to be a good mentor. So that's what this training is about. One of the first things we do on the course is explore what I call the definition debate. As soon as you start using the term mentoring and coaching and even counselling in some ways, there can be quite a lot of confusion about what these terms mean. And one of the key features of mentoring and coaching at the moment is that people have quite clear views what they think coaching is, especially if you're from a sports background, or you might have clear views about what mentoring is. And it can be quite frustrating if people are talking at cross purposes. The terminology that's used in your handbook and in the partnership is that you are a mentor. But really it's about what does that mean and what do we understand by those meanings. So one of the things we're going to do is really consider what we call the definition debate. So essentially, mentoring or coaching, however you define it, is about supporting a colleague through a career change or through some sort of transition. And fundamentally, it's about one person supporting the learning of another person. One of the key documents that we look at, which helps us understand these definitions, is the National Framework for Mentoring and Coaching, which was produced by the DTLLS, as it was then, in 2005, and really helps a lot with the definition because it talks about mentoring, supporting people through some kind of career change, and certainly people that are attempting to try and achieve some kind of standards, which is what you're doing, through to specialist coaching, where you may have someone with specialist knowledge for a short period coaches another person in the acquisition or the learning of those skills, right the way through to an idea that they propose for co-coaching, where people work with each other to support each other on a kind of equal basis. So you coach each other, co-coaching. I'm going to sort of suggest some activities that you can do, and sort of go away, stop this video, and then come back when you've done the short activity. And one of the things that we do on the course, one of the first things we do, is I ask people who has been a mentor to you in your life, in your personal life, and in your professional life. And I ask people to make a few notes. Not to think too deeply about it, but what are the first thoughts? So who mentored you in your personal life? Who mentored you in your professional life? And more importantly, what were their skills? What did they do that makes you think of them as a mentor? So if you could spend a few moments just thinking about that before we go on to the next bit.